my thoughts on having Parkinson's.
And I mean, it just so happened that last night you just put your latest one up, and I happened to be looking at the computer when it appeared, and I just read it, and it was marvellous. It was very good, and they're all written, and I think in a warm kind of way. You know, you're not throwing bad news at us. You're just telling us what's going on.
I'm telling you what I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, so you won't be getting facts and figures. You'll be getting how I felt going out walking with the dogs, how I felt picking up a drink, how I felt brushing my teeth. Sounding very dull. Sorry, it's not quite as bad as I've made it out.
No, it is very good and it's very readable. And I must say, it's also very humorous. It's very funny too.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. I think it's... So how do people get hold of it? How can they read it? Where can they find it?
The easiest place is to go onto Google, and there's 3 words you can type in, and that is long, straight walk. Mm-hmm. And either the Facebook page or the Twitter account will appear, or the WordPress blog will appear, and at that stage they are all interlinked. So it's just look for the link and hit it.
Yeah.
But the blog itself is long, straight walk. Google the thing.
Yeah, which is almost an adjective in its own now, isn't it? Yeah. So the part of some of the stuff that you've been doing, the blogging, is that you're now doing talks as well.
I am. On the back of doing the blog, I've been asked to do some talks to some groups on Parkinson's, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. One, because I like doing that, speaking out loud. It's difficult to stop me sometimes. And the second thing is, it's great to raise awareness of Parkinson's. Not in a, give me cash kind of way, although Long Straight Walk is for charity. It's more just to raise people's awareness of what might be going on in somebody else's life, that they might not be drunk, they might not be just standing still to get in your way, they might be not fiddling with their change in order to keep you waiting behind them. It might just be Parkinson's, and that's kind of the awareness I'm looking to drive into folk.
And so, if how do people get in touch with you if they want to come to us, or have you got a number?
Well, the easiest way, I guess, is through yourselves. I'm hoping,
right,
touching a little bit of wood here, that you'll put a link up on the Heartland site.
Absolutely, yeah. Once we'll get all that sorted out by the beginning of next week sometime, and we'll put all sorts of links on there for you. So if you're needing John to come along and speak to, or you want John to come, and a very good speaker he is too, to come and talk to you about Parkinson and how you're dealing with it.
Yes,
yeah.
It's my thoughts alone, but they do represent the mood of Parkinson sufferers throughout the UK and the worldwide.
Yeah.
All 4.5 million of us.
4.5 million?
Apparently so.
Right, okay. So the other thing that we need to mention this, because you're going to be on a regular basis. We're going to turn this into your blog into like an oral version as well, and just let people know what you're up to and stuff. But you've got the Long Straight Walk itself, which we've mentioned a couple of times. But just what is it?
The Long Straight Walk was an idea I got, and it's part of the blogging ethos of I'm not going to sit back and do nothing. So I came up with the idea of doing a Land's End to John O'Groats walk or journey, and in order to make it slightly different, I just drew a straight line on a map and said we're going from Land's End to John O'Groats in that straight line. And it's great because it's taken in parts of the UK which normally are not associated with a Land's End or Le Jog walk. For instance, the Isle of Man. I'm almost certain it's unique in that it will be the first time anybody has ever walked through the Isle of Man on a Land's End to John O'Groats walk. And the reception I've had so far has been quite positive. Radio stations, obviously.
Yeah.
Always go to the top people first. And they're looking to do some interviews with me at that point when I'm walking through. So we'll get the profile raised, and that is the whole idea of the walk, is to raise awareness.
Yeah, it's not so much about money at the moment, but having said that,
with awareness comes
the
follow-up, we hope, is raising some money for Parkinson's UK and get some research done in order to find a cure for what should be a perfectly curable disease.
Yeah, and so that is just, if anybody's looking for it, that is just a Long Straight Walk.
Long Straight Walk.
Yeah, and it's easy enough to find. So you'll be back in 3 or 4 weeks. Have another wee chat again. You're still in training for the long straight walk. That'll be an ongoing. Do you think your training will change as you go on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, without doubt. At the minute, I'm just doing 3-4 miles a day.
Uh-huh.
The dogs are delighted. But as it gets closer to the time, I'll need to do more endurance walking, because I will be walking somewhere between 10 and 20 miles a day, which, doing a 10-mile walk is great, but doing it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and throwing some 15, 17, 23 miles legs in between then, you need to get the stamina training in.
Yeah, okay. So we'll maybe talk about that when you come back. John McPhee, thank you very much.